Okay, this is a Hallicrafters SX 42. Now, this mechanism here, I have the dials off it. It's basically a transmission, a 3-speed transmission, and it has a clutch in it. But in order to repair it and restore it, you have to take it off the chassis. Now, there's 10 screws. Why am I saying 10 screws? There's about 5 screws that look like this. Yeah, my fingernails are still long. These screws look like old car radio screws. If you're around a long time, you'll recognize these. They're quarter-inch heads on them. I disconnected them, and then there's 3 bolts that hold the assembly on. This thing did not want to come out. So I ended up taking off the couplers. I noticed the guy that rebuilt this unit, he had the couplers off that go between, let's see if it's in the frame. Hold on. Yeah, there's couplers that go between this mechanism and the 2 variable capacitors. Now, after you take all the bolts off, I did the 3 big bolts just so I get a lot of movement. But this thing, you pick it up, it wouldn't come out. All right, here's the trick. You have to tilt it back. And you can't tilt it back unless you have the couplers off. And you might have to apply some heat. But in other words, let's see if I can find the angle. We tilt it back. Tilt it back, tilt it back. All of a sudden it comes out. All right, now you'll say, oh, that's easy. Well, it wasn't. It wasn't. I'm doing this video because if you move it, you're being delicate and you're moving it in any direction, but and not tilting it back, it will not come out. That's why I did the video. And it's for someone that might have the same problem. Now, there are different variations of this radio, so it's possible they cut this hole a little bigger and they gave it a little bit more wiggle room. But this version, if you don't tilt that thing back a certain amount of degree, it will not come out of that space. And you can see this bale of wires here. I even disconnected that so I could get up in there and remove a spring on the mechanism. I removed the spring thinking maybe it would let the jaws open up and I could fold them back and it would come up out of here. That's not what was needed. It was needed to be put on a certain angle, which it doesn't seem like it's going to make it, but it just makes it. I think that's it. All right, that's it.